My wife demanded, "I'm taking the house and kids. You can have the debt." I replied, "We'll see." Then my lawyer presented evidence of her illegal substances usage and adultery to the judge. She now gets supervised visitation and owes me child support. I, 41 male, am still reeling from what happened last Tuesday. It's like a scene from a trashy daytime show, only it's my actual life. My wife, Angela, 39, sat me down after the kids were tucked in. Ethan, 9, and Emily, 7, were probably having sweet dreams, oblivious that my world was about to detonate. Angela, calm as anything, says, "Stephen, this isn't working. I'm not happy." Ouch. Not what you expect after 12 years, but hey, people change. I braced for the standard divorce script. Then she dropped the real bomb. "I'm taking the house, and the kids, obviously. They need their mother." I just stared. The house? Our house? The one we'd sunk our savings and years of DIY into? She wasn't finished. "And you can have the debt. Credit cards, car loan, I think that's fair considering." Considering what? My voice was dangerously low. Considering I've given you my best years, and I need a fresh start for me and the children. The sheer nerve. No, let's discuss, just a decree. Like she was ordering takeout. I really looked at her then. Her face, usually open, was hard, smug even. Something had shifted in her these past few months. The late nights with the girls, hushed phone calls she'd cut short if I entered the room, a sudden intense focus on her appearance. Little flags I'd stupidly ignored, or perhaps charitably dismissed at the time. "You trust your wife, right?" I took a deep breath. All I managed was, "Angela, we'll see about that." She scoffed. "Nothing to see, Stephen. It's happening. I've already spoken to someone. Done deal." That someone bit echoed. Next morning I called Scott, a lawyer my colleague swore by. No-nonsense guy. I laid out Angela's demands, her sudden personality transplant. He listened, nodded, and confirmed her demands were way off base. Not how divorce works, especially with shared assets and kids. He also said if she's this brazen, there's probably more going on. He advised me to start paying very close attention, especially to patterns I might have previously overlooked. It's been a week. Angela is acting like queen of the castle. She's openly browsed Zillow for new furniture for her house, our current house. Her sister, Brenda, 37F, was over, and I caught them laughing. Brenda saying, "Girl, you deserve every bit of it after putting up with him." Putting up with me? I work 60-hour weeks. I coach Ethan soccer. I read Emily bedtime stories. What exactly was the hardship? I'm not a screamer. I'm a planner. And I'm thinking Angela has seriously misjudged this. Not sure why I'm posting. Advice maybe, or just a vent. Feels like I'm in the calm before a hurricane. Update 1. Hey Reddit. About a month since my OP. Things have progressed. And not in Angela's favor. Though she's still blissfully ignorant of the full picture. Thanks for the support on my last post. It genuinely helped. So Scott, my lawyer, said pay attention, and I did. It was almost as if once Angela made her declaration, she figured she had nothing to hide, or perhaps just got incredibly reckless. Her late nights with the girls became more frequent, the secretive calls bolder. That new expensive perfume I'd never smelled on her before? Suddenly it was her signature scent. Small things, but now, with open eyes, they formed a damning picture. The first bombshell dropped thanks to our shared cloud account, something we set up years ago for family photos, but which also, unbeknownst to her I think, synced old phone backups. I was looking for financial docs Scott needed, not trying to snoop, but I saw a backup from an unrecognized device synced a few months back. Curiosity, or maybe intuition, made me click. Messages. So many. Messages. With Justin. Romantic, explicit, meet-up plans, pics, the whole sordid affair. Turns out Justin is from her new yoga group. Right? My blood went cold. Not just betrayal, but the casual cruelty. While I was busting my ass, she was this. I screenshotted everything, saved it to a secure drive, then backed it up again. My hands were shaking, not with rage, but this weird, icy calm. This was her someone. This was her confidence. Her new life already planned. It got worse. Reviewing our joint credit card statements, the ones she wanted to dump on me, I found a pattern that I'd vaguely noticed before, but dismissed as her being stressed or disorganized. Weekly cash withdrawals, $60 to $80 a pop, from ATMs near her yoga studio or an area she had no other business being in. Now it screamed suspicion. Then recurring purchases from online smoke shops, bongs, pipes, grinders. Stuff we definitely didn't use, or so I thought. One night, she was supposedly at Brenda's. Gut feeling. Checked her car. Keys accidentally left behind. Under the passenger seat, in a fancy cosmetics bag, gift from Justin probably, I found a small baggie of weed and a pipe. Not a huge stash, but definitely illegal for recreational use here, and definitely not kid-friendly. Took photos. Dated, time-stamped. Sent them straight to Scott. It was like she wasn't even trying to hide it anymore, or believed I was too beaten down to look. Angela's entitlement has ballooned. She tried telling the kids, Steven might be moving out soon so we can have more space. Ethan looked confused. Emily started crying. I shut it down immediately, telling Angela we'd discuss adult matters privately. She huffed but backed off. Her sister Brenda has been a piece of work. Called me screaming I was emotionally abusing Angela by not agreeing to her reasonable requests. I just said, Brenda, we both have lawyers. Let them handle it. Click. Scott says the evidence is strong. The affair, the substance use, even just weed is a big deal in family court with kids. He's prepping. Preliminary hearing in a few weeks for temporary custody and living arrangements. Angela has no clue what's about to hit her. She thinks she'll waltz in and the judge will hand her the keys to the kingdom. Had a weak moment last week. Looking at Ethan and Emily, knowing their lives were about to be upended because of their mother. It was rough. Sat in my car for 10 minutes just breathing. This isn't just about assets, it's about my kids. I'll do whatever it takes. Update 2. Alright, Reddit, hold on tight. The last few weeks, a total masterclass in entitled meltdowns and sneaky tactics from Angela and her crew. Preliminary hearing is next week. Tension is palpable. Angela got served. Not at home. Scott had a process server catch her leaving yoga. Ha. Probably right in front of Justin. Sweet. Her reaction was nuclear. Came home that evening, face like a storm cloud. What the hell is this, Steven? She shrieked, waving the papers. Primary custody to you? Are you insane? The kids stay with me. The house stays with me. Angela, I said, voice level, this is the process. Your demands were unrealistic. My demands were fair. You're punishing me. Punish you for what, exactly? For torching our family? She didn't know I knew everything yet. Then the dirty tricks started, just like some of you predicted. The smear campaign. Suddenly, mutual friends were acting weird. A close buddy clued me in. Angela and Brenda were telling everyone I was controlling, financially abusive, rich, right, and unstable. Brenda even posted some vague BS on Facebook about men who can't handle strong women. The projection is off the charts. Parental alienation attempt. Angela started trying to poison the kids against me. Steven doesn't want us happy, or Steven's trying to take you from mommy. Ethan, smart kid, asked her, why would Steven be mean? He plays soccer with me. Emily just gets quiet. It's gut-wrenching. Documenting every single instance. Financial shenanigans. Tried to empty our joint savings. Luckily, Scott had me move half to a separate account post-D-Day. She only got her share. The look on her face must have been epic. She also maxed out a joint credit card. Fancy clothes, spa days, a new weekend bag. Prepping for her new life, I suppose. The concern call. Brenda called CPS. Anonymous allegations. Neglectful. Anger problem. A social worker came, interviewed us all, found nothing. Wasted everyone's time. Scott said it's a common, often backfiring tactic. Already got the report. Claim unfounded. Through all this, Angela's lawyer sent increasingly aggressive letters, demanding everything. It's like they're in a different reality where her actions have zero consequences. Angela confronted me a few days ago. Tried fake tears. Steven, can't we just work this out? For the kids? I'll let you have more visitation if you agree to me having the house in primary. Angela, I said, the time for that passed when you started an affair and developed certain habits. The judge will decide what's best, based on all facts. Her eyes narrowed. Tears vanished. You don't know anything. Oh, sweet summer child. This is exhausting. Constant vigilance, documentation, the emotional strain. Some nights, sleep is a luxury. But then I remember what she tried to pull. Strip me of everything, take my kids, paint me as the villain. That anger? It's cold now. It's fuel. Scott is ready. Evidence meticulously organized. Photos, screenshots, financials, CPS report. He keeps saying, stay calm, trust the process. Next week, it's showtime. Wish me luck. Final update, it's done. This chapter anyway, a few weeks post-preliminary hearing and I'm still processing. The dust is settling and my life looks completely different. Morning of the hearing, I was a bundle of nerves inside, but projected calm. Angela arrived with her lawyer and Brenda, who apparently fancied herself a character witness. Ulmeo. Angela looked supremely confident, even shot me a pitying look. The irony. We were in a conference room with the judge for temporary orders. Angela's lawyer went first, painting her as Mother Teresa and me as basically pawn scum. Demanded sole physical custody, the house, child support from me, spousal support, and I get all the debt. The usual greedy playbook. Then Scott stood up. Your Honor, he began, calm and collected, we have a slightly different perspective and considerable evidence. He started with the affair, pulled out a binder. Exhibit A, Your Honor, detailed logs of communication including explicit messages and photographs between Mrs. My Last Name and a Mr. Justin Rourke confirming an adulterous relationship. Angela's jaw literally unhinged, face white. She looked from her lawyer to me, then back. Brenda started muttering. The judge just raised an eyebrow, examining the evidence. Scott wasn't finished. Furthermore, Your Honor, we have concerns about Mrs. My Last Name's recent lifestyle choices and their potential impact on the children's safety. Exhibit B. Photographic evidence of illegal substances, specifically marijuana and paraphernalia, found in Mrs. My Last Name's possession and vehicle. Bank statements show a pattern of cash withdrawals and purchases consistent with ongoing substance acquisition. Angela gasped. That's a lie. Judge cut her off. Mrs. My Last Name, you will have your turn. Your counsel can respond, or you can remain silent. Her lawyer looked like he'd been tasered, clearly clueless. He was frantically whispering to Angela, now beet red and looking like she'd either scream or combust. Scott continued, detailing the attempted parental alienation, the false CPS report, he had the official dismissal, her attempt to drain the joint account. He presented my financial plan, showing I could provide stability. My primary concern, he stressed, was the kids' well-being. Judge took a recess. Angela had a full public meltdown in the hallway. Screeching at her lawyer, you were supposed to handle this. Brenda tried comforting her, glaring at me. I just got water, neutral expression locked in. When the judge returned, she was stern. Looking at Angela, Mrs. My Last Name, the evidence is deeply concerning. Adultery, while not primary for custody unless it impacts the children, combined with illegal substance use and attempts to alienate the children, is troubling. The verdict? Custody. Temporary sole legal and primary physical custody of Ethan and Emily to M.E. I almost choked. Visitation for Angela, supervised twice a week at a certified center. She pays. Random drug testing to even petition for unsupervised later. Child support. She owes me. Based on her imputed income, qualified designer, working part-time by choice, not a fortune but the principal, delicious. The house, to be sold. Proceeds split 50-50 after mortgage and pre-rampage marital debts. Her recent shopping spree, all hers. Debt, other marital debt to be divided equitably. Scott will ensure I'm not funding her affair. Spousal support, denied. With prejudice. Angela was a sobbing wreck. Ugly, gulping sobs of pure rage. Brenda tried arguing with the bailiff. Her lawyer looked like he wanted to evaporate. He mumbled about an appeal. The judge just stared him down. Walking out, I felt lighter than air. Scott clapped my shoulder. Justice, he said. Angela's fallout was immediate. Justin, the AP, vanished when he heard she lost custody in the house. Shocker. Her friends are now awkwardly silent. Brenda's still ranting online about injustice, but no one cares. Angela had to move in with Brenda. Apparently, she's furious, bitter, blaming everyone but herself. No remorse, just curdled entitlement. Classic. The kids are with me. It's an adjustment. Emily was clingy. Ethan had questions. I'm being as honest as possible, age appropriately. We're finding a new rhythm. The house is quieter, calmer. Part-time nanny helps after school. Selling the house is bittersweet, but it's tainted. Fresh start needed. Happy ending? It's an end to a nightmare chapter. Sad for the family I thought I had. Sad for my kids, but relieved. I stood up for them. I didn't let her steamroll me. My "we'll see" became a resounding "I told you so," delivered by the court. So yeah, that's what she gets. Not the house, not the kids, not a debt-free pass, supervised visits and a child support bill. Hopefully she gets help, but that's her problem. Mine is my kids and rebuilding. Thanks for listening, Reddit. Wild ride.